Hey, my name is Danitza. If you haven't seen my channel before, welcome, and if you have, welcome back. Today I decided to do a getting to know me video. I found something like 30 different questions that I pulled from different getting to know you tag sets of questions, and so let's just dive right into it. The first question is my zodiac sign. I'm Leo, but I'm also Capricorn, moon and rising, and I think that kind of plays into it more. Although I do have some traits of a Leo, like I like attention. Like, don't throw me a birthday party ever, but please do tell me that you love my outfit. Those kind of things. And isn't my sweater cool? So, okay, the next one is hobbies. YouTube, hobby, writing, reading. I used to do photography, but I don't anymore. I used to play guitar, but I don't anymore. I used to sing, but I don't anymore. So I have a lot of lost hobbies. And siblings, I have them. BFFs, I have 2. Who is your hero? Right now I want to say Shonda Rhimes. I think it's awesome that she is like the highest paid showrunner on TV right now, and she's not white or a man, and I aspire to be more like her and have my own TV kingdom. So where would you live? LA, different parts of LA. When I was younger, I thought I would live in New York, and then I went to visit New York, and it is very cold, and I'm told in the summer very hot and humid. And that does not agree with me or my lungs, so I'm just gonna stay in Southern California. Biggest fear. I have a horrible fear of heights. Sometimes I refuse to go up in tall buildings. Like I said, I went to New York with some friends and they all wanted to go to the top of the Empire State Building, and I said, that's great, I'm gonna stay here on the first floor in this ice cream shop. And I did, and this was in the years before smartphones and before Wi-Fi, so I just sat there twiddling my thumbs because I'm lactose intolerant and I couldn't eat ice cream. If you can change one thing about yourself, I think my anxiety. I bet a lot of people were betting I'd say size or something, but no, my anxiety, because my anxiety is worse than my bipolar symptoms. It makes me, or it allows me to procrastinate. Even if it's things I really want to do, it's like too scary, and then I don't do them. My anxiety also gives me a lot of somatic symptoms, so I can feel tightness in my chest and it feels like I'm having an asthma attack, and that's not fun. Even when I'm medicated, like simple things like making a phone call at work freak me out. So yeah, if I could change one thing about myself, I would take away my anxiety, just like poof. One thing you like about yourself. I tried to put different types of questions in here, and this is definitely the question that I'm most uncomfortable about answering, because the negative voices in my head are like, you suck and you're terrible and why would you like anything about yourself? And the other negative part of my brain is like, true. So one thing I like about myself, I think, is that I am who I am no matter the situation. So I remember in high school, some of my friends met one of my parents, I don't know. And afterward came up to me and was like, you are exactly the same in front of your parents as you are at school. And I was like, yeah, are you supposed to be different around your parents? Because if you are, I didn't get that memo. I'm just the same no matter the situation. Sometimes I might curse less because I'm around certain people or at work. Actually, I don't really curse that much at all anymore. So thank you, working with children. But yeah, essentially I'm the same person. I know who I am and I'm just gonna be that person. It also almost led me to fail my acting class because I can't act. So there's that. What did you want to be when you were younger? Madonna. Not a joke. Like, I remember I had a Dick Tracy coloring book because she was in it and I would color her in, and I wanted to sing and be famous and be adored by people. I guess that I'm a Leo. And it turns out I don't actually like any of those things. When I was a little older, I wanted to be a teacher. When I was in high school, I wanted to be president. And now I want to be a writer, so things change. Favorite karaoke song? My best friend and I always do Stay by Lisa Loeb. And I think that's probably my favorite. It feels good to sing, and I like singing with her, so that would probably be my go-to. Lately, I've also been singing Tu Solo Tu, as done by Selena, so that's another thing. Would you rather win the lottery or work at the perfect job? Both, because you don't know if that perfect job is going to pay you. How would your friends describe you? I have no idea. So earlier while I was compiling these questions, I asked them. And my best friend Jerry said, sarcastic, loyal, ride or die, non-judgmental, funny, helpful, and takes no crap. And my best friend Yoshigi said, sarcastic, intelligent, musically talented, writer, fashionable / stylish, loyal, tech savvy, honest, bold, old at heart, with a cry face emoji and a thumbs up emoji, beautiful BFF with a heart emoji. Then she sent unique, 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 Ursula. I think it's interesting that they both started with sarcastic. So that probably says a lot about me. 3 pet peeves. Number 1, essential oils. Friggin' hate them. Number 2, I should have thought of this one before I actually put it on the list. Essential oils is the biggest one. Number 2 is people who don't want to learn or can't accept that they're wrong. Hate that. Just say you're wrong. Just say it. And number 3, systemic patriarchy. How often do you shop? Not enough. As I mentioned before, I have gone up a size, and so I'm buying new clothes, and I can't always buy new clothes, and sometimes when I do, I have to order them online, and then I end up returning a lot of it. So some of you are probably like, why don't you just go on a diet? Try keto, try paleo, try intermittent fasting. No, I decided a long time ago that I am no longer going to participate in toxic diet culture, so I'm not doing that. This is my new body, this is my new size, deal with it. What superpower would I want? I would want teleportation because I'm lazy, and also it would save me a lot of money on gas. What would you do if you won the lottery? I would find a financial advisor and an attorney that specialize in sudden wealth and have them tell me what to do, or assist me in doing what I need to do. Definitely pay off my school debts, get a new car, and get the heck out of this city. Favorite zoo animal? I do not like zoos. I do not like that the animals are caged up and they seem very sad, and I cry when I go, and I haven't been to one in over 20 years, so no zoos for me. If I can go back in time, would I change anything? My mistakes were my mistakes. Probably just getting a credit card when I was young. I didn't know I was bipolar and that I have like shopping issues. So I did that and I regret that. Ever had a secret admirer? No, I have never had any admirers. Last book you read? I don't know. I've been reading Lindy West's book, the new one, The Witches Are Coming, for a while, but I have not finished it because I'm not in a reading mood. I'm more in a writing mood. So let's check my Goodreads and see what I read last. I don't know how to use this app. It doesn't say which one was the last one. The last one I see on here is Meg Cabot's book, No Judgments. So I think that was the last one that I read in full. I know I started a couple after that I didn't finish. Yeah, so I guess that was the last one. Clean or messy? I am a little bit of a slob, but only with my stuff. I don't like when other people's stuff is messy because it gives me anxiety. Actually, my messes give me anxiety too, but I can deal with it because it's my stuff. How old were you when you found out Santa wasn't real? I don't know exactly. I feel like 8 or so. I remember being in Miss Katchka's class, and I had her for 3rd and 4th grade, so I don't know which year it was, but having a very serious conversation with one of my friends about how St. Nicholas was real, but he didn't have Santa powers. So to this day, I don't know if St. Nicholas was a real person, but at that time I was very convinced, and I wanted to sound very grown up by saying that. Introvert or extrovert? Introvert, except at my work I have to pretend that I am an extrovert, and it leaves me very, very tired. Ever had a surprise party? No, people know me better than that. My best friend Yoshigi has twice surprised me with a cake, and I literally walked out. Favorite teacher in school? So in high school, my favorite teacher was probably Miss Haig, and she was my English teacher sophomore year, and I loved her. And then in college, I had 2 writing teachers named James. One was like for short stories and more narrative stuff, and the other one was for screenwriting, and I loved them both. What 3 things do you think of the most each day? This one's gonna be a downer, because if I'm being honest, what I think about the most is how ugly I am. What I think about second most is how nobody likes me. I don't know what the 3rd thing is. The first 2 things are depressing though. If you had a warning label, what would it say? Warning, sarcastic. My first crush. When I was 4, I had a crush on a little boy in my preschool class named Ugo. And then he disappeared for a few years, and he resurfaced when we were in 5th grade. And then I was like, why did I ever have a crush on this guy? My first celebrity crush was a teen pop singer in Spanish named Pablo Ruiz, followed very closely by Rick Moranis in the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids movies. Yes, that's real. And the last question is, how many languages do you speak? I would say 1.5. I speak English very well. I speak Spanish okay. So those are all the questions that I have here. I know they weren't the traditional, like, how old are you? What are your hopes and dreams for the future? I don't actually know what other questions people do in these tags, but I thought those were kind of interesting, and so I did them. Thanks for watching if you made it to the end, and if people didn't make it to the end, I totally understand. Here's my least favorite part of the video. Like this video, subscribe, comment, hit me up, let me know what you want to see, what you don't want to see, and I'll see if I'm brave enough next week to do the scary video.